It's been a while. We have a fact or cap, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a while. We're doing a lot of this or that, a lot of Shaun's pop quiz. We're going back to one of the OG segments of the podcast. So we have two Niner fans on. We just talked about two Niner subjects. I think it's only right. And Shaun, I'm going to swing it to you first. Fact or cap? The Los Angeles Rams will win the NFC West for the second year in a row.
This is a cap because the San Francisco 49ers will be reclaiming their throne atop the NFC West, as Mako agrees with me, because this is the 49ers division. They had a bit of an off year due to injuries, just like they did back in 2020, and now it's time for them to reclaim their throne. This is cap because the 49ers will be the NFC West champions in 2025.
All right, Toddy. We got one fact. We got one cap. I'm going to swing it to you next. Fact or cap? The Los Angeles Rams will win the NFC West for the second year in a row.
I think this is a cap as well. I think the Niners' schedule is just way too easy. The Rams' schedule is tough, and the health of Matthew Stafford is kind of up in the air right now. Reports came out about him saying that he got an epidural in his back, and that's not good. I know. That's not a good thing for a guy that you just signed to a $100 million extension. So given the Niners' schedule, the health that they have coming back, I do understand they have a young team, but Vegas has this as like 10.5 wins. Like, that's a lot, and the juice is to the over. But Kevin said they don't play the games in Vegas; they play them on the field. So
let's drive up that chin back.
So I think that this is a fact, or this is a cap for sure. I think the Niners will end up winning the NFC West.
Fact or cap? The Los Angeles Rams will win the NFC West for a second year in a row. I'm going to say this is a fact. Shaun, as a Niner fan, what can you tell me without a debate the Niners do better than the Rams?
They have a better tight end. They have a better running back. They have, going into this season, they will have a better quarterback. They have a better defense. They have I was about to say they have a better coach, but McVay's actually won a Super Bowl, so I can't say that without having bias shining all over. So yeah, tight end, running back, quarterback, defense.
I mean, two players compared to a NFC Championship defense. Is Fred Warner and Nick Bosa just that much better than everybody else?
Yes.
Who are your guys' corners again?
You've got Demo. He really emerged last year, and he got paid because of it. But the thing about Fred Warner and Nick Bosa is that when you have two guys who are at the top of their position across the whole league, not just the division, that matters. And so, yeah, I think they're better overall. You're muted right now, Kevin.
The way I look at it is this Rams team is young. Yes, they don't have the experience that the Niners do. But the quarterback play, I'm going to go with the Rams. Wide receiver room, I'm going to go with the Rams. And as far as health goes, it's not crazy to say Kyren Williams is the better running back. We don't know what CMC version we're going to get. So kind of going off of, two Achilles injuries, he had to get some surgery done. He came back and got hurt again. What is CMC? Yes, I get it. He was offensive player of the year 2 years ago. Yes, went to the Super Bowl years ago. But what is he today, August 7th? Kyren Williams just got paid as a top 10 running back in the NFL. Can we even sit here with a straight face and say CMC still a top 5 running back? So now He's in the 5 to 10 or 6 to 10, and so is Kyren Williams. Matthew Stafford took this team to the NFC Championship. This team adds Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua. This wide receiver room is one of the top duos in the NFL. What do we see? I would put my money on the Los Angeles Rams winning the division for a second year in a row. They beat you guys twice last year. I get it. You guys were hurt. Matthew Stafford is a baller. They don't bring in a guy like Devontae Adams to not win the division. And I get it. Toddy said that you guys have an easy schedule. That schedule means absolutely nothing when it comes to the division, because if they beat you guys, if they win more division games than you guys do, we saw with the Vikings and the Lions last year. Vikings had a better record, but they had the worst conference or division record, so they had to play on the road versus at home. It only matters about those 6 games. No one really go Cards. No one's really looking at the Cardinals, and no one's really looking at the who was the 4th team?
Seahawks.
So, oh yeah, no one's looking at Sam Darnold. So
No,
with these two
we can
names
agree
in
on that.
comparison, like Kyrie Williams said, we're big bro now. You know, they went in there and got you guys twice. I think you guys split this year, but I'm definitely going to take the Los Angeles Rams to win this division.
Well, over the last couple seasons, this division has belonged to the 49ers and the Rams because, yeah, last year the 49ers just had a dreadful season. I would attribute a lot of it to the injuries. But then you look back to 2023 when the 49ers not only made it to the Super Bowl, but they also won the division. But you look at the division records from 2023, the 49ers and Rams each went 5-1. They split with each other. And then you had Seattle at 2-4, the Cardinals at 0-6. And then you even circle back to 2022, another season that the 49ers won the division. In 2022, the 49ers were 6-0 in the division. So over a 2-year span, the 49ers were 11-1 in their own division. And then you have an injury-riddled season, and the 49ers go 1-5 in their division. It was dreadful last year. All things combined, it was dreadful last year. I feel better going into this season in hindsight because of 2020. Like last year, thinking about 2020 just made me miserable because the 2024 season was like deja vu to 2020 all over again. But I look back to 2021 and the 49ers had a good season in 2021. If I remember correctly off the top of my head, they made it to the NFC Championship game where they lost to the Rams. But at that point, the 49ers were on an 8-game winning streak against the Rams overall. And then they lost that playoff game because Jaquiski Tart dropped an interception. And so it's easy to say that the Rams could repeat atop the division, but recent history has shown that this is the 49ers division over the last 5, 10 years, even 15 years, dating back to when Jim Harbaugh took over. And it's an anomaly when the 49ers don't win the division. It's not necessarily like the NFC East where a different team has won the division every single year for 20 years. The 49ers have owned this division for the last 15 years. Last year was an anomaly, so I think that this is cap.
Yeah, but those Rams teams weren't as good as this Rams team. You have to admit that.
Yeah, for sure. And that's why like the 49ers had that winning streak against the Rams where Sean McVay could never beat his predecessor in Kyle Shanahan. And when I say predecessor, obviously Kyle Shanahan didn't coach the Rams, but you get the point that they were together with the Commanders and McVay was lower on the totem pole. But I think we can all agree that this division will be won by the 49ers or the Rams.
Just you two.
49. Well, I meant I said it a little. I had a dramatic pause there. My thought process was 49ers or Rams. We can agree that the 49ers or Rams will win the division. And I mean, Seattle, they were solid last year, but I'm just like you. As much as I love the guy, I'm not that much of a believer in Sam Darnold. And so we'll just have to wait and see when it comes to how the Seattle Seahawks look this year with Sam Darnold running the show. As now we will continue here on episode